Rescuing has provided rescue coverage ever since the Challenger disaster back in 1986. Following that terrible event, NASA decided to incorporate a search and rescue capability, and the 106 has a C-130 that travels down to Cape Canaveral for every single launch, and we provide coverage for space shuttle recovery contingency.
Now, what are we going to see happen as the C-130 comes overhead?
Well, his nose is into the wind, and they've calculated a release point. So in about 30 seconds, if you look on the left side of the aircraft, you'll see 3 power rescues leave the aircraft from the steerable chutes and parachute out to steer down to where the simulated astronauts are in the water.
The C-130 Hercules has been in constant production from the early 1950s, but we got jumpers away.
Got 1, 2, 3 in the air, and these steerable chutes are just like the ones you saw earlier formed by the Golden Knights, and this gives us a tremendous capability to fly these power units right to the scene where a survivor may need some help.
Interestingly, these parachutes, they're steerable by pulling on the steering lines that are attached to the canopy. If they want to turn left, they pull on the left steering line. If they want to turn right, they pull on the right steering line. And it is amazing that they use the same simple change the shape of the wing technique that the Wright brothers used over 100 years ago to steer their Kitty Hawk down at Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina. And here they come, Mike. And by the way, as they do, I want to say a great big hello to Sean Tucker and Eric Tucker, who are here walking along the boardwalk right now. If you're down there with them, those are the guys that flew earlier. Congratulations, you guys. Nice round of applause for father and son, Sean D. and Eric Tucker. All right. They're getting some applause, and we got them still in the air.
As a pararescueman descent, our HC-130 is joining up with our helicopter out to the west, and following entry into the water, the C-130 and the helicopter will fly by in an aerial refueling formation to show the aerial refueling capability of the H-60 in flight. These pararescuemen are working with the wind. It's a pretty good bit of wind today, so they're now looking down at the show center, calculating their pattern, and they fly it just like an aircraft. They're working at base and a downwind and just maneuvering the parachute so that they can get to the survivors as quickly as possible.
Yeah, they've got a forward speed, a general forward speed of about 22 miles per hour. So they really have to work the wind carefully, because sometimes they will be jumping in winds that are in excess of what jumpers would normally do in a demonstration. They've got to do it no matter what the weather is.
That's right. Typically, when we get called for a rescue, it's not in the best of conditions, it's in bad weather. So these guys really have to be confident in their ability to fly these chutes in all kinds of weather conditions.
Now, on WHLI, we'll be breaking away from the news in a couple of minutes here, but we're going to get these guys in the water, and then we'll be bringing that HC-130 Hercules in. Again, the type of aircraft that we saw fly over has been in constant production since the mid-1950s. Over 2,000 have been built, and Lockheed Martin is still sending them off the production line today.
Okay, actually, as the pararescuemen descend now, they'll be able to hear us. I want to welcome Major John McElroy, Senior Master Sergeant Jim Doc Dougherty, and Senior Master Sergeant Mike Hewson. As they enter the water, give them a big round of applause. They'll give you a nice wave.
Looks like to me that they're ready to go in the water big time. I think I see swim fins on.
Yes, they're configured for scuba operations, so when they depart the aircraft, they're dressed out in scuba gear. So they have wetsuits, and they have swim fins, masks, and snorkels so that they can get very quickly to the survivor and provide immediate medical.
Boy, that makes skydiving a little less fun with all that stuff on, doesn't it?
Yeah, these guys jump, they're really loaded up. They've got to wear a lot of stuff, so it's a great skill that they have to develop to have that confidence to jump with all that extra weight.
Now watch them pull, they'll go into the water very, very gently. Now, they've got to get rid of these suits pretty quickly.
And one of the big concerns is if they don't get us in that parachute quickly, they can fill with water and actually drag them back into the water. So they're going to release those chutes almost upon water entry. You'll see them start to billow and then fall into the water.
Now today they're going to recover those chutes because they are not cheap.
Yeah, this for training, of course, is going to recover these sheets and we'll reuse them. We'll wash them in fresh water, hang them out to dry, and repack them. On an actual rescue, frequently we don't have the ability to recover those sheets, but today we will.
Okay, they're in the water. We're going to break away from news on WHLI. We'll stay with us here at the air show. We'll be back in just about 4 minutes. by Newsday right after the news and some commercials. Well, Michael Sanders, see him down to the left, that C-130 and a spec next to it.
The C-130 and the H-60 have joined up in the air refueling formation, and one of the things that differentiates U.S. Air Force Combat Rescue is the ability to refuel the helicopter in flight. You're watching the H-60 now maneuver into the air refueling position, and he'll be flying a few feet behind the air refueling hose, which will come out of the right wing of the C-130. As you're looking at it, it's on the left side. And so this helicopter will position itself and can take upwards of 1,000 pounds or about 170 gallons of fuel a minute. So this is a special capability that enables the 106 to involve itself in very long-range rescue. The 101st Rescue Squadron, which is this H-60 squadron, these helicopters were involved in a world record overwater rescue back in the mid-90s. They flew over 15 hours, 1,500 miles, with 10 air refuelings to pick up a survivor in the North Atlantic many years ago. A mission that we're very proud of.
The C-130 Hercules that you see there has a wingspan of about 132 feet. That was about 20 feet longer than the Wright brothers' first flight back in 1903. 12 seconds, 120 feet, and here we are to have something so much larger than that, able to extend the range of the helicopter by aerial refueling. What do you call that?
Well, Rob, we honestly say that that's passing gas. So when we look for an HC-130 pilot, we want to have somebody that's very good at passing gas.
Now, the refueling probe that we're going to see stick out there, you can see the basket. That's called the probe and probe refueling. The probe is the basket. The probe comes out of the nose and sticks out in front of that. Something very 40 or 50 rotor. That's going to be dangerous.
Now, they're going to simulate it. They're not going to really plug in today, are they? Actually, we're not going to do it in an air show because of the risks associated with it, but we just show the air refueling formation to demonstrate the capability of the helicopter to do that.
Now, as I look back at the C-130 Hercules, Mike, there's a big door back there. This is capable of lifting a lot of stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, this C-130 is configured for rescue, so we have about 60,000 pounds of fuel in the back of that aircraft in 2 large tanks. But that aircraft has been a workhorse for the worldwide users for many years. It's used for tactical airlift, and it's a great capability to move people and equipment all around the world.
Now, the UH-60 has been used by just about every service, including the Coast Guard and the Navy and the Marine Corps, and certainly the Army. They started using it first because they first flew it back in 1974, went into production in '79, but the Air Force during the first Gulf War back in 1991, they moved more than 1 million soldiers in that aircraft. It's capable of carrying some pretty significant loads, actually somewhere around 7,000 pounds of personnel gear and whatever.
Yeah, it's also got a cargo hook, so we have the ability to lift our weight with the aircraft. It's really a versatile machine, from rescue to delivery of personnel to delivery of cargo. Our brethren in the Coast Guard also fly this for rescue. There's two. There's three. Hurricane force is going to be those roads at about 120 miles an hour. So those are the rescue men have a snorkel and a face mask in order to avoid ingesting a lot of water while they're trying to help that survivor.
Wow. Now you said something very, very crucial and important. When that helicopter is over the top, the pilot really can't see where the rescue squares are or the subject to be rescued is. You said it's whose responsibility to direct the aircraft? One of the
where to fly and they'll position the aircraft in the hover. They'll give commands like come forward, slow 10, slow 5, go left, go right. So they've got to be great communication.
Now, flying a helicopter is one of the most difficult things to do. It's kind of like standing on a beach ball, rubbing your head and packing your tummy all at the same time.
And the unique capability of this aircraft, of course, is its ability to hover, and it's one of the skills that's probably maybe the toughest to learn. It takes a little bit of practice, maybe a little counterintuitive as you try to hover one of these things. But after some practice, the opportunity to fly all of these aircraft is always a great pleasure to fly. Yeah, it's a little bit of a shorter ride, although this Yeah, it's very intuitive for a fixed wing pilot because it is a cycle. It is a stick. You're flying it in full. It's not like flying a fixed wing aircraft. It's just when you're flying in a hover, it's a little different.
Well, as they come around for a parade lap, you're listening to the 2008 Bethpage Federal Credit Union New York Airshow at Jones Beach, presented by Tuesday. We'll be right back. The C-130 Hercules, the heavy lifter, been around for so many years. There are bigger ones, there are smaller ones, but probably none so capable as the Hercules.
And I hope it's a great aircraft. And actually, you'll get to see another version of this painted up pretty in the Blue Angels colors fly a little later. So these two aircraft flying together provide a pretty good photo.
Yes, indeed. Stefan Mueller, Blue Angels, the pilot was up here a long time ago.
demonstration of how physically fit these power rescuemen need to be. We can hear you. Give a nice round of applause to help them get in that effort. Wow, well, we've got these always overhead to provide fuel to the helicopter as it's flying.
Yeah, the C-130 can stay airborne for many, many, many hours. Got a lot of room for fuel in that aircraft. Oh, that's a great sound. We gotta love that. The other thing is, here comes the Black Hawk. I gotta tell you, we're gonna ask that you get the kites and balloons down, ladies and gentlemen. Please keep them down. And also, if you are in around Airshow and listening on unfortunately, Jones Beach State Park is full. And I bet you that your folks in the Hood and the Black Hawk are getting, Mike Canders, they're getting a great eyeful of a mass of people right now.
Yeah, I'm sure they're amazed at the crowd here today, and I'm very pleased to be able to fly in front of hundreds of thousands of our fellow Long Islanders. Very proud to show what their Long Island's own unit, the 106, can do. Our great nation over 242 years of American history. Here's all during the years stand and observe a moment of silence as a rescue heroes and their families, especially those who have
Still got more to come here. In just a few months, we're going to treat you to the United States Air Force's F-22 Raptor. After that, we've got Ed Hamel of the United States Air Force Reserve biplane. Then we've got the Geico Skytyper, and then Sean D. Tucker in Washington. What an amazing aircraft.
carrying about 150 knots per hour, it's probably about 170 miles an hour.
All right, here's the close and personal with what you can see if you had video out at a rescue site. And, It's great you guys are involved so deeply in the area and already of the New York Air National Guard.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you, sir. We'll see you. Great demonstration. Let's give all a great round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for refueling. We'll be back with more of the 2008 Pave Federal Credit Union New York Airshow at June's Beach, presented by Newsday. Right after we break away for about 3 minutes, we'll be right back. Song was founded by 16 Newsday's giant inflatable dog to have your picture taken. And stop by the Newsday booth to find out about Newsday's new Explore Long Island features. You can subscribe to 7-Day Newsday. Southwest Airlines flies from Long Island, MacArthur to the West Coast for a lot